Another very hard fight for both guys. I mean, when you look at that fight, sure, if Ben could get a hold of him and get him down and do all these different. What do you think? George Masvidal's never been taken down. George Masvidal's been fighting in this by 2005. It's the first time that I saw him fight. I think he was like 21 years old, 20 years old. We were in Russia for Bodog. He was just getting his start, just starting to get his name out there. He was on a card with another guy who was just trying to get his name out there that you guys might have heard of named Cain Velasquez. I mean, there were some rough and tumble customers out there, and they've been at it a very long time. And to make believe that you can say, well, Ben Askren's such a good wrestler, and he's just going to take him down. You're likely right about that. But you would be dismissing any successes that Ben Askren had by trying to blow it off ahead of time and go, oh, he could just take him down and beat him. If Ben Askren could take him down and beat him up, tip your hat to him. It's a big accomplishment. Going out there and just throwing down George Masvidal isn't that easy to do. Taking him down and then having your way with a guy who's been living at the ATT with some of the best grapplers on earth for the last decade is not something that should Ben succeed, that should just be brushed under the rug and chalked up to a favorable matchup. I've been hearing this about Ben from the beginning of is he 19-0 now? If I'm wrong, he's 18-0, going for 19-0. In every single fight, nobody ever wants to give him his credit, and they try to tell the story ahead of time as though it's a favorable match. Somehow Robbie Lawler got called a favorable matchup, a stepping stone. Robbie Lawler, one of the baddest cage fighters in the history of cages or fighting. But because he got matched up with Ben, people that wanted to be Ben naysayers started to try to form a narrative ahead of time to not give him his due. It's been a real story of his career. So let's see what happens in that fight. But I do think that there's going to be some fun there. I do think there's going to be some real excitement there. And I do think that there's a very clear way that George would like to fight Ben and Ben would like to fight George. One of them is likely to succeed, and that one is likely to get his hand raised and would have a very good argument to go head to head with the winner of Lawler and Colby for who the number one contender is. And I love these fights that not only are very compelling fights and very fun to watch, and let's see what's going to happen physically and with the action, but I love the fights that set up the storylines, that set up the drama, that lay the soap opera out there. The entire division, what's next for Kamaru Usman, is laying in the wings of two contests, and this is the first. It's going to be, I'm sure you guys would agree with me, Lawler or Masvidal, or it's going to be Colby. And probably you don't even need to put Lawler in that. It may not even be true for Lawler. They might be down to 3. But the storylines are starting to unfold. I think that we're going to have some real fun.